Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hacky, and in this video I'm going to show you the best money making methods in GTA Online that I like to grind myself. These are going to be all sorts of different money making methods with all sorts of different missions and activities. So we're going to begin inside of the garment factory business. This is going to be the exact location of it for everyone. There's only one location. I feel like a lot of people are underestimating this business. I think it's a great money making business and a lot of really cool features overall. It's got a 10-car garage to it. It can store the beautiful Terabyte with the new Bureau tech on it. It's got a bunch of different features like the Mark II weapon workshop, but focusing more on the money side of it. When you actually buy one, it's going to be a set price of $2.3 million. And you might tell yourself that's actually a bit expensive, but it's not as expensive as you might think just because there's basically no upgrade options when buying the garment factory. Usually when buying other businesses, like for example the nightclub, you have a bunch of different options to upgrade while you're buying this thing, which can easily add up to a few $1,000,000 extra on top of the base price of buying the business. But with the garment factory, that's not even a thing. You get everything included in that $2.3 million price tag, which is really nice. That includes the weapon workshop, that includes the 10-car garage in the basement, and there isn't anything extra needed to actually start making money with the passive income safe, which I just collected just over $40,000 with this thing. Not exactly sure about the rate of this passive income safe. It's definitely not at the level of, let's say, $50,000 every in-game day. It's not a lot of passive income, but it is there, and as you start playing the game more and more, you will be generating some extra money. So I definitely recommend coming here every once in a while, and you would probably find yourself like $50,000 or $100,000 to collect. And now for the main money-making side of this business, you actually have the computer, which you can go in, or you could actually just access everything, including outside. You can access everything through the phone, so it doesn't actually matter where you are on the map. You could be all the way up in Paleto Bay, still open your phone and actually just access this menu from there. And these are the different files that you can do. Each one has a different payout. It's going to be a minimum payout of 150,000, and then once per week you could do a special priority file, which is going to pay you just over 300k. Although each file actually has a bonus challenge you could do that's going to get you an extra $50,000. so realistically you can make 350,000 or 360k with the priority file once a week, and with the other ones including the bonus you would make about 200,000, which is really solid considering each of these files should take about 15 to 20 minutes. And so every single week I definitely recommend doing the priority file to get an easy few $100,000 in just about 20 minutes. The fact you can start it up from anywhere on the map is a huge plus. You don't actually have to be at the business itself to do that, and you don't have a lot of limitations for the vehicles that you can use in these missions. I found myself using the Sparrow helicopter, which is extremely fast. You can use any supercar, you can use a bunch of weaponized vehicles, so these missions don't actually limit you like some others, meaning if you have a fast vehicle to do these with, you can definitely use it, even though Presto Mark II. Overall, great business. The garment factory, one of the best ways to make money in this game. Then we're going to move on to a money method that has just one requirement, and that's owning an HSW vehicle. This is to this day the best way to make a few $100,000 in just a few minutes. You can make so much money super quick with the HSW time trial. I'm going to be using the Hakuchu drag motorcycle. That is, in my opinion, the best vehicle that you can use. It's got one of the fastest top speeds. Some other good vehicles to use for this would be the Cyclone 2, the Banshee GTS, the Niobe, but honestly I would go for a motorcycle just because it is a smaller vehicle, so technically less of a chance of crashing into something. It's going to be a different location every single week, and we have to beat a time of 2 minutes 23 seconds. Let's see if we can do it. What I like to do with this one is launch it and then see where the final destination is, mark it, and then actually get ready. So we're gonna back out, and now we already have the waypoint set. So what I'm gonna do is press right D-pad and immediately take a shortcut, go through this little beach right here, and now we're already on track to beat it just with that little shortcut right there. Of course, you can also do these in public sessions so no one interferes with you. I am in a public right now, so hopefully no one just goes out of their way to blow me up while I'm doing this. So far we're looking pretty good though. As long as you don't crash, you should be good. Most time trials are gonna get you on the highway, so as long as you have a fast vehicle with a good top speed, you should be good to go. The GPS isn't 100% accurate always, so instead of taking a right, I'm actually gonna keep going straight and then take a right here. Can we complete this first try? We're looking very good, not crashing into anything. We just have one more turn to do, and with about 20 seconds left, we absolutely absolutely destroyed this time trial. So easy $252,000, literally first try. If you don't get it first try, it doesn't even affect the payout, so it doesn't matter that much. Another fantastic way of making money in this game is actually passively, and it is by far the best passive making money method in this game, and that's going to be with the nightclub. Now, the nightclub is a bit more of an advanced business just because you need to be owning other businesses to power this one. That is the best way to go about with this business, but ultimately I wouldn't recommend it as much for beginners unless you have a ton of money from the very start. So we're going to be collecting $100,000, and that's from 2 in-game days of playing the game and making that money passively. So easy 100k right there. I just like to go in here and collect that beautiful passive income every now and then. As long as you keep your popularity up, you're going to be making 50k every 48 minutes. We're simply going to go in the basement of this place and then go in the computer, go into resident DJ and reassign DJs until we do have the nightclub popularity bar completely full. My total earnings from this place is just about $18 million, which was like 99% passive income. Going from a pretty advanced business to a very beginner friendly business, that's going to be the Cluckenbell Farm Raid. If you don't know how to start that up, it's going to be on the left side of the city. Go to the V icon and that's going to start up the heist for you. So it's a series of 5 setups and then 1 finale mission. All in all, it should take you about 45 minutes to do if you're efficient with it. For most beginners, it's going to be more like an hour to complete, which is very good for a set payout of $500,000. So $500,000 in just about 45 minutes is a very nice payout. Plus, there's no requirements to actually start this heist, which is very rare. Usually, you would actually need to own a few $1,000,000 business in order to start one, but this is a rare exception, and I definitely recommend if you are a beginner, and even if you're not, it's a great way of making $500,000 relatively quick, and it's arguably the best beginner money method in this entire game. There is no doubt the Cayo Perico heist is the coolest and best heist in the entire game, even after getting not 1 but 2 payout reductions. Nowadays, you're going to be making anywhere from $800,000 or $900,000 all the way till the low 2 millions. So a rough average for me, I would say I've been probably making about $1.3 million. So you're going to be making more or less that amount depending on the primary target you get. I feel like the no-brainer move when starting out in GTA Online is buying a $2 million Kosatka and then doing the Cayo Perico heist over and over and over again, just because you got such a good payout with it. And if you're efficient, you can probably complete it within an hour each time, unless you know a way to bypass the cooldown of it. During the cooldown of it, you can actually just switch off between different heists, like the Cluckenbell Farm Raid, for example, or the Garment Factory Files. People like to do all these combinations of the Cayo Perico heist and then switch off to do another type of mission and get back to it. The nice thing is you can do the Cayo Perico heist completely solo, and that goes for a lot of the businesses we're talking about in this video, including the nightclub, the Garment Factory, and a few others that we'll be talking about here in a second. But definitely go for the Kosatka. It is an absolute must-have for money making, and if you have enough money, definitely get the Sparrow helicopter as an extension to it. Where is my Sparrow? Oh, there it is. It was just outside. So definitely get this super quick helicopter. It's one of the best vehicles in the entire game. Anyway, let's move on to the next money making method. Like the Garment Factory, another business I feel like is underappreciated by people is the bail office. I think it's a great business to make some quick money and a good chunk of money for a relatively little amount of time. What in the world is... what? Oh my... what is going on in GTA Online today? So as an extension to the bail office, you can get not 1 but 2 different agents, which actually help you make more passive income inside of the safe, which is going to be over there. And to make passive income, you actually need to manually go up to them each time and press right D-pad to send them on some work. After you send them on some work, they're going to make you between $10,000 and $20,000 every 48 minutes, which is not as good as the nightclub, but it's still a pretty decent amount considering you don't have to do much besides just pressing right D-pad on them. That's why I like to set my spawn location to the bail office a lot, just because if I spawn in here, it does give me an incentive to pass by these guys, press my D-pad, and then go about my day in GTA Online and just wait for them. Now inside of the computer are going to be different bounty hunts we can do, so this is kind of a similar model to what we have in the Garment Factory and also in the agency. It's kind of like security contracts, but also like the files we have inside of the Garment Factory. The bounty that pays more is basically like the priority file in inside of the garment factory, so it's going to pay you 130k more or less, and these missions typically take about 10 to 20 minutes to complete. The regular bounties aren't as worth it to do, so I definitely would recommend doing high value bounties, and these actually refresh every 24 hours, which doesn't take nearly as long as the full week of the priority file inside of the garment factory. So both of these businesses are pretty freaking solid for getting a good amount of money in a short amount of time. The agency takes the crown for the biggest variety of money making methods with any type of business in GTA Online. Like the other businesses, it does have a wall safe which you can collect passive income, and the more security contracts you complete, the more passive income you can generate each in-game day. It's another place I like to go and collect the passive income every now and then. Now inside of the computer, there's two different ways of making money. One is a quick money method and the other takes a bit longer. So security contracts are the quick money method. You can make anywhere from $30-something thousand all the way up to $70,000 for the highest difficulty. So it's going to tell you the level of difficulty. I actually managed to get 3 professional levels, which is by far the easiest level. So these ones don't actually pay very good. You're probably going to get a higher payout than these. Then we have the VIP contract. It's going to give us a set payout of $1 million for about an hour to an hour and a half worth of grinding. It's a pretty good payout, but me personally, I find this to be pretty repetitive, so I don't do the VIP contract too much. But every now and then, getting $1 million in just about an hour to an hour and a half is definitely a good payout. With the agency, there's also payphone hits, so if you go outside and call Franklin, you can start them up, but they're not nearly as good as they once were because they got a payout reduction and we really can't do anything about it. I hope you went on to enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new for more awesome videos like these that you do not want to miss. Help us get to 200,000 subs, that would be much appreciated. And if you like this video, chances are you're gonna like the video on the screen right now. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.